Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So I want to talk about a couple of things here. There is Cold Water. There's actually a trailer that came out, so I do want to talk about that, talk about the release date for that, as well as get into some of the positive reviews and the premiere that's actually happening right now in Spain for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3. So definitely make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all my Walking Dead content. I will be reviewing Episode 1 of Season 3 this Sunday, as well as doing a trailer breakdown for Episode 2, and we'll do that every single episode. As for Cold Water, I will be doing the same thing as well. I'm just hoping that I'm actually going to be able to review the episode that Sunday, because obviously The Walking Dead is airing on a Sunday, and there's just a lot happening. Like, I would have preferred this to be airing at some point during the week, but they're airing it on Sunday, and so obviously when we talk about The Walking Dead, I would much rather watch that show, but I really am interested still in Cold Water, because the story seems to be really good, and Andrew Lincoln in this role, I mean, it seems very similar to Rick Grimes. It's a thriller. I'm just really excited about this show, and it's only 6 episodes, and I think it's going to be great. So now I think the first thing that I'll talk about is going to be the premiere that's happening right now in Spain. I'll talk about Cold Water in a second, but the premiere right now is happening in Spain, and I saw Melissa McBride and Norman Reedus and everyone. They're at like the red carpet or whatever in Spain, in Madrid. They're actually having like this really big premiere event for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3, and it looks absolutely incredible. I mean, honestly, like if you're looking at like the red carpet area, like there's a lot of stuff there. There's actually a walker that's like walking around. There might be more than one, but I saw that there was a walker there, and like that is just so cool for promoting this show here, especially because they're doing it in Spain as well, because they filmed out there. Like, I think that's just like, that's the best thing to do for that. And I'm just honestly like watching, what this looks like and everything. Like, it's just, I'm so excited for this first episode. I really cannot wait, because some people are saying that the first episode is like the best episode. I've heard that like the first one might be the best one, but there's episodes that are happening later that might be the best one. So, I mean, I think that this first episode is likely going to be something that is a little bit better in terms of, what premieres have usually been, because premieres for the last however long have really been like, obviously more setting up the story, but it more really just gets you into the mindset of like, well, this is what the characters are doing now, and this is where they're at now kind of thing, right? And so, yeah, I'm excited about that, because I think that will be an element to a lot of this, right? Like, I think that first episode, it will sort of remind us of the story and this and that, but I do think that just meeting the character Julian and, that storm that's going to happen and then eventually ending up in Spain, like, I do think that it's going to be a really good first episode, a really solid premiere that is going to be really exciting and set up the future of I guess, the season, really. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But this premiere is a really big deal. Like, the premiere, there's so much talk about it right now. And yeah, I just wanted to mention it here, because I haven't actually talked about the fact that there's actually going to be this premiere happening right now. And I guess by the time this is out, the premiere is already over. But I mean, it's still really great to see everyone talking about season 3 here, because I mean, the premieres are, usually like pretty big events, but I will say that this one here seems to be really cool because of the walkers. And if you're looking at a lot of, I guess the set just in general, like they literally have like, like a motorcycle there, like a lot of really cool things that honestly, it just looks really incredible. I haven't seen a red carpet or whatever look like that in a while, like especially for The Walking Dead. Usually it's just like a simple, like you get like a backdrop of like, the title for the show, and there's a carpet, everyone's walking wherever, and then obviously the Q&A and everything. So I'm actually really interested in seeing what, the questions will be like from this. Like, they're likely going to be talking about, are the characters ever going to reunite? What's happening after this and everything? They might try to focus a lot on season 3, but those questions are going to come up. So I don't think they're going to be able to avoid that entirely, just because, I mean, I don't see how you avoid those type of questions. Like, everyone's really excited about that. Everyone's really interested in that. So that's likely going to happen. Now, I do want to talk about Cold Water here, because we actually got a trailer here, and I will say, just in terms of the trailer, like, the show does look really great, and I'm really excited about Andrew Lincoln's performance specifically, because he is the main character here. He is going to be the character that is, I guess, finding out that someone died or whatever. Maybe someone died when he was out there. Maybe he witnessed somebody die or whatever, but he seems to be in a really scary situation here, and he doesn't know how to handle it overall. And so that is the premise of the show. And so how does this all end? I'm just excited to see Andrew Lincoln's performance here, really. Like, that's really what I'm looking forward to here, because he hasn't really done a lot. Like The Ones Who Live, there was Penguin Bloom however many years ago, Cabinet of Curiosities, that was I guess an okay episode, but he hasn't really done a lot. So this is like the first real like TV show that he's doing after The Walking Dead. And so I'm just interested in this because obviously, I mean, he's likely going to return as Rick Grimes at some point here. And this story does seem like something I would actually really enjoy here. And it's going to be something that I review literally over like, 6 weeks, right? Because there's 6 episodes and then that'll be it. So, yeah, I'm excited to check this out here. The show is actually coming out on September 14th, which is 10 days from now. And I mentioned that before. I feel like this should be airing at some point during the week. Like, I feel like the fact that it's actually airing alongside The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon is something that I'm not a fan of. I mean, maybe it's only really affecting me personally because I'm trying to like review all of this, right? And I have to prioritize The Walking Dead to review on the Sundays. And so like, I'll have to review this on Monday, most likely. And it's just, yeah, it's one of those things where I will just have to wait until I guess Monday to really review it and get into it all. But yeah, I would have preferred it to come out on like a Tuesday or something because it would just make it a lot easier. But I am really excited for this. I really am. Like, I think this show's actually going to be really great. The one thing that I'm actually really curious about is, if Andrew Lincoln is going to be doing any interviews, because I think there was actually a Q&A done yesterday. And so I don't know any of the questions that were asked there, like maybe that'll come out at some point, but if there's any questions about The Walking Dead and if he's going to return to The Walking Dead at a Q&A event like that about Coldwater, I don't think there will be any questions about The Walking Dead there. But that's the thing to really look forward to over the next like month or two while this show is airing, because the show is going to be over by October 19th, I believe is when the finale will air here, or the series finale. And so any article or interview with Andrew Lincoln, if it's done with Entertainment Weekly or like anyone else, I do wonder if they're going to be, asking like, are you going to return as Rick Grimes, or like what's happening with all of that? Because he hasn't really talked about it in a while. And so I'd be really interested in seeing what he has to say about the whole thing, because that would be a really big update, right? Like, now that we know that season 4 is going to be the last season of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, I could totally see, maybe some discussions happening behind the scenes of like, well, now that we know that this is ending, maybe we'll go here with some of the story and we'll do this reunion show at some point in 2027 or 2028. That's kind of what I'm expecting at this point here. Like, there's going to be something, obviously, that comes out at that point. But yeah, I'm just really interested in, if he's going to be doing some more interviews and stuff, because I imagine he will. He has to promote the show and stuff. And everyone's going to ask, like, you played Rick for so long. What was it like to like do this role, after all of that? He'll probably answer that. And then there'll be a question of like, are you going to come back and play Rick Grimes at some point? And so obviously he wouldn't just like ignore the question, right? So I'm interested in what he's going to say about that. I really am. I cannot wait to see what he's going to say there. And I also wanted to finish with this here because I just saw this article right here written by CBR. It was written by Katie Dahl here, and I'll leave a link down below the article. Definitely go and check out the article here. But I do just want to point out again that, this season here is being really, really like, it's praised a lot here. And so it actually does say here in her post here, I guess on X, that The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 3 shows that a soft reboot can work and is the best the franchise has been in a while. My review. And so then, yeah, it goes into the whole review and everything. And yeah, the review here at the very end says, Daryl Dixon has returned to eloquently understanding its two protagonists, as well as embracing the importance of rounded supporting characters. Considering this, the inferiorly written second season might just be chalked up to being a wonky transition era. Season 3 isn't perfect either, but it's the best the franchise has been in a while, and even the actors can seemingly feel it. And then it goes on to say, seeing how much of an improvement Season 3 makes on the last, it's sad to know that the series has a close end date. Let's bet on hope that it keeps up the momentum. So that's the thing, right? Like with Season 3 being a great season, apparently, I'm wondering how things will go for Season 4. But we'll talk about that obviously when the season is done. I'm just really happy that Season 3 is great. And all the reviews are saying that. I've seen one review so far that has been a bad review. Besides that, everything's been praising this, saying it's the best Walking Dead has been in a while, or like it's the best season of all the spin-offs. And that's including Season 1 of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon and The Ones Who Live. So that's insane to me. Like, just the fact that it's this good. I mean, I'm excited to watch his first episode. So anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening with The Walking Dead right now. There's a premiere, there's a lot of things, and I'm gonna try and cover everything as much as I can. Tomorrow I actually will be doing a Q&A video as well as my recap video, so stay tuned for that, because I do want to recap the story so far and everything going into season 3 here. And yeah, so definitely make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all my Walking Dead content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.